Dude, sick Honda, bro.
Well, it's a fucking Acura, first of all.
So it's pretty shitty out, and it really hasn't changed since the last time I filmed the update on what's going on with the 2-valve driveway situation. The pile of dirt and everything is a lot bigger, obviously. Legit moat going on. Live in a castle, apparently. It's been too rainy to pour concrete, so that's gotta wait. Hopefully here in a couple weeks, I will have a nice day. Hopefully get done. Even if I wanted to bring my 2-valve outside, I really couldn't, because I am blocked in by a moat. Unless I wanted to, I don't know, do Mustang things and tear through a fence. Since there isn't really anything I can do to this car, because I'm definitely not going to work on it outside, why I did what I did to this car and why it is how it is right now. It's cold outside, and I am going to change the scenery and go sit in the 5.0 because it's going to be warm in there. And you guys probably haven't seen that car in a minute. There's the sandbags. I don't need sandbags because it's not snowing anymore, but we did have some snowy days. Honestly, I just drove my dad's truck for whenever it was too bad because I am not even gonna try to wreck this car. Oh, speaking of which, and it's fine now, but I was driving, I hit a huge pothole, bent the shit out of this wheel. Tire was actually fine, inflated because the wheel was bent. That's what sucks about driving a nice car. Just driving it every day in crap conditions, and especially with Missouri streets, they suck, especially in St. Louis. For a daily driver, this is a beautiful interior. Oh, it's so nice driving. It's just luxurious, even though it's a sports car. Love the seats. Doesn't have heated seats though, which I wish I did have. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the CAMS specifically on the 2-valve and why I decided to cam the car and not do anything else like new heads or port impellers, the factory heads that are on the car right now, or why I didn't choose to build that engine and then do the CAMS and do all that. Clearly, in terms of that car, I have been changing my mind on what I wanted to do after I did cam it. I said I was potentially going to put an LS engine in there, which is crossed off. I'm not going to do that. I said I was possibly going to do a Coyote swap in there. I don't feel like doing that, but I am going to build a 2-valve. So why I decided to cam it was, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys will roast me, so go ahead. I really don't care. Honestly, I did it for the sound. The car was already really loud with the exhaust setup I have on it with the long tubes, and I basically just said, you know what, if I'm gonna have that, I want it to at least have some engine work done to it somewhat. So I was like, you know what, CAMS are sweet, they sound good, and they give you a little bit of horsepower gains, not a whole lot. That's definitely my number one first reason why I want to do it, was just for the chopping sound. I'm sure you guys can also agree that a CAM car does sound really good. I mean, regardless if it's just the sound or not, you can't deny that the car does not sound awesome. The next reason why I wanted to cam the car, it's just something to do. And before I did the CAMS, it's been a long time since I've done anything to the car other than the wheels and suspension and everything, which that's nothing. That takes like, you know, a couple hours out of the day to do suspension and wheels. You just order it online, get, you know, whatnot, mount them. Cool, and it's a good learning experience regardless if I fucked up or succeeded. And I believe I succeeded. I really hope I succeeded. It hasn't blown up yet. Cross my fingers. If anything does happen, like I said, if something malfunctions, you know, those heads are complete shit, I plan on actually building it and doing a 2-valve build. And when I do that, I am for sure going to be getting trick flow heads or port and power Stoss heads. Also, another thing with the 2-valve heads is they do have issues from factory, and that is notorious. And I have actually experienced it firsthand, as I've actually had spark plug blowout, where my spark plug literally shot out. I guess it happened twice. Same, you know, before I fixed it, it happened twice. I was driving and it just, you know, it just started making this crazy noise, and it just sounded like I had a rod knock. And it was actually right after I installed my long tubes. I was just like, did I screw something up? Pop the hood, I'm looking, you know. I see the coil and the spark plug literally just laying there. I'm like, oh my God, spark plug popped out, whatever. Get a new spark plug, put it in. I get I think I got a new COP as well. And then a week or so goes by and it does the same thing, shoots out again. Those heads actually have problems because they are aluminum heads and they have problems with warping and they shoot out sometimes. So I had that issue. Me and my dad fixed it ourselves. I mean, it's been many years since that happened, so it held up. But again, those heads are not, I wouldn't say I'm gonna reuse those heads just because they have been repaired, and I would rather get a new set of heads that I know will not malfunction on me in the future. That would require me buying new heads, which are not cheap. Trick flow heads, I mean, they're close to, I think, like 2,000. I could be, don't quote me, but like, and I just didn't want to just spend all of my money on that right now when I wasn't really sure on what exactly I wanted to do, if I was going to swap engines or not. I say, we'll just do the CAMS. That's already a chunk of money. It cost me, since I did it myself, give or take $1,000. A big factor on any build would be price, and that's just how it's going to be with any car you have, Camaro, Corvette, you name it. You don't daily a modified car, and that is why this car is bone stock. I even took off those muffler deletes. Now that's not gonna do anything. It's already quick from factory. These 5.0s put down some nice power. They're fun. It's definitely not if you get shitty winter weather, but it is definitely a blessing to own one of these cars as a daily, and it's a blessing to buy one of these bone stock, which I am blessed doing, because you know, you don't want to buy somebody else's problem. Not saying every car that you buy with modifications are going to be a bad buy, but at the same time, you know that a lot of times it wasn't tinkered with, and you're not going to have as many issues as you could. It just goes with how you're going to drive the car, how you're going to take care of it and whatnot. Turn it off because my neighbors probably think I'm weird just sitting in the car talking to a camera with it running and not even driving. So I'm going to get out, do a little walk around of it, because you guys have not seen it in a while. There's nothing else done to it, don't worry. I wish there was, maybe new wheels, but like I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it factory, keep it as is until I sell it and goes to the next owner. And I'm thinking possibly I want to get a truck for my next vehicle, preferably a Silverado. I know it's not a Ford, but I am a big fan of the newer body style Silverados, like 2014 and up. So yeah, guys, that is it. That is why I decided to cam the 2-valve essentially. So if you guys want to see any more content, definitely hit that subscribe button, because I definitely post content about specifically the 2-valve often. And without further ado, guys, peace out.